Watch the ride.
Hi everybody, hope you're all doing alright out there and not done too bad in this weather. The storms, man. I mean, I'm on the south coast, I wasn't even on the west coast and it was bad here. And it's just starting to calm down after like 3 days of properly strong winds and rain and just nastiness basically. However, I have been using that time at home to sort a few things, including an adaptation to this camera, which I hope you're going to notice an improvement but not know why, because if you know why, then my work has not worked. I've also been compiling a list of jobs to do with my bikes. The DRZ has now got cruise control because the throttle is sticking, so I need to look at the cables, lube or replace. The XJ6, this might be getting hot. I noticed the other day it was quite a cold day and it was getting way hotter than I was expecting it to, way faster. So I basically need to give this bike a run and see whether, I know, it was like a sticky thermostat or something odd was going on and it's gone away, because I did ride it one more time after that and it didn't strike me as it was doing the same thing. So I need to go on a normal trip and see where we get. Other things that are going on at the moment. Tomorrow is my birthday, the 10th of December. I'm going to be turning 39. It will be my last year as a 30-year-old. And I will be able to say that next year I'm 40. And that's, well, I can say next year I'm 40 now anyway. It doesn't make a difference as whether it's, oh God. Oh, it is funny. The amount of people on YouTube that think that I'm for some reason in my, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s. For the people who think, oh, I thought you were in your mid-20s, it's like, well, I started YouTube when I was like 12. How peculiar. It's sitting at a very comfortable, very normal temperature for this bike and maintaining it. I wonder if the sensor wasn't reporting right, or the thermostat was sticky, or just something. Because it doesn't seem to be doing it now. Although it does seem to be idling quite high at startup, but then it's very cold. And it normally would idle around 2,000, but it's sort of idling around 2.1 now. And I mean, that could be the O2 sensor maybe. You know, this is the problem with these things. There's so many possibilities, and maybe it'll just heal itself. Are you still not working? No. Heated grip's still not working. The control unit, if you remember when I fitted these, like the replacement ones, I had problems with it, and then it worked fine last winter. Now it's not working again, it just won't. Which means I have cold hands. I do miss them. But then again, I do sometimes wonder whether heated gloves are actually more the answer, because then it heats the tops of your hands as well, and that's one of the things. Heated grips kind of like keep your hands about alive. Heated gloves keep them warm, I believe. You know, as you get older, people say, what would you tell your younger self? What nugget of wisdom would you have for them? And I have one nugget of wisdom for everyone, and that is, everyone expects as you grow up to start feeling different. Like suddenly, as you're a kid, you're like, one day I'll be an adult, and there'll be one day that you'll go, ba-dum, I'm an adult. I feel different. Or you get to like your mid-20s and then you start thinking, oh, things will be different when I'm 30, you know, the next 5 years a lot's going to change, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and it's true in ways it does, but in other ways it really doesn't, because you don't feel any different. I still feel like I did when I was like 16, something like that. Maybe a little bit more responsible for that. Actually, probably, I don't know, in ways more responsible, in other ways less, maybe, I don't know. Your early 20s is a time where you think you have it sussed out, and then you realise year by year when you look back, man, I really didn't get it. I thought I got it, I was getting there, but I didn't get it. And then when you get to about your early 30s, you're like, no, I've pretty much got it now. And as year by year goes, you're like, yeah, I've got it now. I get what's going on here. So the point is just kind of let go a bit and do the things that seem right. You know, as long as you're happy with all of the decisions you made along the way, wherever you end up it's not a bad place. It's fucking windy. This is gonna get fun. Depends how crosswinded it is. If it's head on or tailwind, it's fine. Oh, I think it's complete headwind. It's all good, no worries. It's only when it's side winds on this bridge that you'll start really worrying. Start getting shunted from one lane to the other. Oh, it's so cold. So very cold. Well, Divi seems to be running at a perfectly normal temperature now. I'm going to do some maintenance to these bikes this winter, as I always do. Divi, I mean, probably just a coolant check, oil. Probably change the oil. But it's otherwise, she's good as gold. Apart from that questionable thing, but you know, she can have a moment. She is it's nearly 61,000 miles old. Right, well, sat in the traffic here has been great because I've been able to watch my temperature rise up, get to about 90, and then drop back down again, which is great because the other day I saw 108. I have to say, that is a serious relief. Oh, here comes the rain. As I say, my DRZ at the moment's got a sticky throttle, which is fine, it's going to be an easy fix. But when you just need a bike to jump on and go on, it was like, I don't know if I am okay with riding this at the moment, not knowing whether it's right or wrong. But I'd rather ride this than something with a sticky throttle. And I really, at the end of the day, what I needed to do was ride it again and see if it reoccurred. It's not to say that, you know, goddamn rattling. It's not to say there's nothing underlying might be starting to fail. You know, maybe the thermostat or the O2 sensor or something needs changing, or you know, it's starting to go. Who knows? It can even be a loose connection that's just re-sorted itself out. I don't know, but I'm glad it's actually okay. It would seem. I still do have a job on this bike I need to do though, which is that the right foot peg clearly like dips down more of an angle than it should do, and I think it's just the stops are worn, and I'm umming and ahhing about how I'm going to fix that one because I can think of a way, but it's maybe not the best option. Let's see. I have to say honestly, I cannot believe that we are this close to you know, what time of year it is. It's insane. I don't know where this year, well I do know where this year went. A lot happened this year, you know, mum's in and out of hospital. There was all sorts of other stuff I had to deal with. I also had that whole hematoma thing on my leg. That really took a bite out of the year. And again, I need to express this because it seems like people don't understand. What happened to my leg was not a bruise. It was a massive sack full of blood, which took 7 weeks to go away. And I've still got some nerve problems, and there's still a bit of it left over, which is now like, what, 8-9 weeks on. But it's very much not what it was. The thing is, when it comes down to it, there's like a few hot months of the year, and I don't mean in the sense of temperatures, although it tends to overlap, of when, like, you know, I can get all the bike reviews and stuff done, and it was during a lot of that time that a lot of the issues came up. So, you know, it is what it is. As I get older, I learn these things, like not everything can go exactly to plan. I mean, if things went exactly to plan every single time, well, you're a genius. Because when plans hit the real world, you very quickly realise there's a lot more variables than you're going to consider. Talking about bits of wisdom, there is another little bit of wisdom that I'd give to my younger self. That it could sound a little bit negative, and that is, but it's not meant that way. And it's supposed to inspire with a more carefree attitude, opposed to really, you know, being concerned about things. You can do all the right things and make all the right moves, but it can be at the wrong time. And it won't work out. And you can spend a lot of your time mulling over, you know, like this made sense and that made sense and this all lines up and everything seems great. Why did it not work? Because not everything is that easy to plan out. You know, not everything goes the way you think. YouTube, for instance, you know, man, I started out in YouTube with a goal, and I still have that goal, but the landscape that I'm now in. Thank you, mate. Absolute champ waved me through. The landscape of YouTube now is very much not what it was when I joined it, and that's okay. That's what it's had to do to be what it is, to still be here, still able to allow me to be myself, even if the algorithm hates me for it. You know, as someone put a comment on my gaming video yesterday, and it said, you know, don't upload this on your main channel, it'll die. Man, my channel's already dead. YouTube hates it. The algorithm just However, also, I've always uploaded whatever I want to my channel. That's the point, it's my channel. And I don't like the whole idea of bending the knee to, well, don't do that, you should do it on a separate channel because it won't make this one go as well. And I get why you're like, that's what you should do, this is your business, this is your future, this is you should do this. Do that, that's what gets you more. And I'm just like, yeah, but it's wrong and it's crappy and I don't like it and I'm not playing the game. And that is really the only way you can win if you want to do this, you know, is what I'm doing, or some things against the way that they want you to. You know, you just have to be happy with what you get as the end. Sure, putting gaming videos on my motorcycle channel is not the best idea, but the thing is, it's what I want to do. And I'm never going to do something or not do something I want to do because I think it's not good because of an algorithm. Like, there is more to life than that. I like finding, you know, shared experiences. We're all very different people, but in other ways we're all very much the same when it comes down to bikers. You know, because if you ride a motorcycle and you're watching this channel, if it's been suggested to you, probably neurally divergent. Welcome to the club. Take a look around. Looking for some self-hatred, there's lots to be found. And as I've said before, and this is maybe another piece of life advice I could give to a younger me, is that, you know, success is great, but if you keep following things that give you success, you might find that you're successful at something you didn't want to do, because by step, things change and it's not what it was to start with. It's fine, I was expecting that. You know, it's like a lot of people say, Spicy, a lot of the time your videos just go to Tesco's, and I'm like, yes, I know. Do you know why that is? Because those are the rides I'm doing. This time of year I don't do a lot of riding that isn't, you know, for necessity, and for necessity the only reason I go out is food, generally. But there is also another reason. I don't earn a huge amount of money as a YouTuber. So the idea of me spending out loads of money on fuel, and remember how expensive fuel is now, to make a video in a different place to where I could make it, for it to do no different, because the content of the video has, you know, about 10% to do with whether a video does well. Generally it's all to do with the thumbnail and title, on top of an algorithm. I'm finding myself spending a lot of money to go places to film and talk about the same thing I wanted to talk about. If I go to a place, it's because I need to go to that place. And so, I mean, it's genuine. If I need to go somewhere, I'll go there. If I want to talk about something, I can do that anywhere. You know, honestly, I'd love to do lots of videos at home during the winter. I'd like to just be warm, take a nice ride on a nice days, go out when I have to, and just do videos from home. That would be great, but I can't do that because people would rather listen to me talk about a subject while sat on a motorcycle rather than in a chair. And that is about the level of what I get. It's not what the algorithm wants, it's what the audience get. It's what they seem to expect. If I'd always made videos sat down, that's all you'd expect. You'd be like, why are you doing this on a motorcycle? That's weird. Or like one of the people who used to make videos sat down all the time, and then they were like, I'm going to start motovlogging, and then like not one of them did from what I ever saw. Well, thankfully I have just one more stop to make and I can go home and get warm. And then, as I say, tomorrow is my birthday. It is my 39th birthday, and I'm going to enjoy it as a meme that it is. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one soon.